Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we are going to be reviewing Immortal by Sue Lin Tan. This book is connected, it takes place in the same world as Daughter of the Moon Goddess, but no, you do not have to have read Daughter of the Moon Goddess in order to read this book. I mean, the characters aren't even mentioned, just read the Celestial Kingdom. That's about it. You don't really need to know much more than that. So relax. You can read it without having read Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I liked it. I want to say, like, I really did enjoy reading it. I read it for my book club, the Read with Sin's Workshop book club. It's a little weird how I feel about it, because I didn't hate it at all. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I loved it. I just didn't love it as much as Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and I can't really pinpoint why. You know, the character Lian, she's very different from that, the, Celestial Kingdom's duology. She's very, very different. But I like that she's different. She has a ferocity to her. Again, the story starts, she's been poisoned, and her father gives up this, lotus to her that he was supposed to give to the immortals. He breaks his oath to them, he lies, and then dies of a heart attack. And her kingdom, Changia, her kingdom is kind of an earthly kingdom, but it is ruled by the Celestials, by the Immortals, because they need their soldiers in order to protect themselves. So, it's a kingdom that's not part of the world, that is taken advantage of by, the Immortals in a way. So, Lian really wants to just kind of do what her grandfather did and use the magic of the lotus to help her get her kingdom's freedom from the immortals. Enter in the god of war. He's very charming. There's a lot of steamy tension between them. There's also a lot of history between them. She is... I don't want to say stubborn. Not really the right word. Not really bullheaded either. She's just very fierce. She's very strong as far as the character is. And I liked that about her. However, there is lots of second guessing. She does second guess herself a lot in a way that it's like I have conflicting feelings about her, because there are some times where I absolutely loved her, and then there are other times where I was just kind of annoyed by her because she didn't listen. I think that's one of my pet peeves when people write strong female characters. They make them hard-headed. There we go. That's the word. Hard-headed. They make them hard-headed, and their hard-headedness makes them do stupid things that I think takes away from their ferocity. And I think Sue Lin Tan did that here, and she didn't do that with her previous duology. And I understand why she did it for the sake of this novel. It fit in a strange way, because, by the end of the novel, as more plot twists are unveiled, they're like, oh, everything makes sense now. It still doesn't make it less annoying. I think Sue Lin Tan is a really gifted author that she probably could have found a different way. I think it's just one of those tropes for me that I personally find annoying. And I say that, and this is probably why I find it annoying, I say that as a hard-headed Mexican woman. But I really do try to listen and keep an open mind. But that's probably why I don't like it, because it hits a little too close to home. And I just always think, there's kind of a better way to write a female character than making them completely hard-headed. I will say she does go on a journey of character development, and I do love the character development. I think Sue Lin Tan did a really good job with the character development, as well as developing all the other side characters. I think she did a phenomenal job with developing all of the side characters, and even that tension between the God of War, as the story developed, you're like, oh, that makes sense, as you're reading it. And I like the plot twists and the plot reveals. I think that they were really well done. I think they fit within the scope of the novel, and I think it really did make it a fast-paced read because of that, especially when she enters the, the nether realm, so to speak. It's a really good novel. I really did enjoy it. I just... luckily they're few and far between. I think it's only like a total of 3, maybe 4 times in the book where her hard-headedness really annoyed me. So it wasn't a lot. Again, a 300-some page book, only 3 or 4 times that her hard-headedness annoyed me. It doesn't really stop me from loving the book. But that is why I don't love it as much as Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I mean, that book just blew my absolute mind. Loved it. And the sequel too. Absolutely loved it. But I liked it. I loved it. Let's just say that. I did love it. I just didn't love it as much. If I had to rank it on a scale of 1 to 10, it'd be like an 8, whereas Daughter of the Moon Goddess was more like a 10. Like, that was a 10 out of 10 for me. But I really, really enjoyed reading it. I do like the character development. I do like the budding romance that builds between her and the God of War. I like this, plot twist in the book. And I like the rising tension of it. And I like the way that the story develops as a whole. So overall, it was a really enjoyable read for me. On that note, thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with our book with your friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.